If you've been scrolling social media lately, you've probably noticed just this explosion of online learning platforms, business academies popping up everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. They promise the world, don't they?
They really do. And it often leaves you wondering, okay, what's really inside these programs? What are you actually getting?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today, that's our mission. We're going to peel back the layers on one specific program, the Royal Business Academy.
Okay.
We're going to try and unpack its structure, what it says it delivers, and maybe what makes it different using the source material we've got. So let's dive in.
Yeah, sounds good. Because the online learning space is crowded, and a lot of programs make big claims. So our goal here is really to dissect this one based on the info we have, just to help you figure out if it might align with, your learning style, your business goals, and maybe help you decide if it cuts through the noise or just adds to it.
Right. Okay, let's start with the Royal Business Academy at a glance then. Our sources describe it as an all-in-one platform. It's hosted inside the school community, that's SKOOL, which is, well, it's a pretty popular platform for these kinds of things, memberships, courses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seen a lot of those lately.
And according to the info we have, it's got around 8,600 members,
Mm-hmm.
which is, a decent size.
That's substantial, yeah.
The creator, her name is Jay Thomas. She's described as a mentor, investor, business educator, and also a personal finance coach.
Quite a few hats there.
Yeah. And what also stands out is her social media presence. Seems pretty significant, especially Facebook, 57,000 followers there.
Okay, 57K. That does suggest she's not exactly new to the game. She's built an audience over time.
Right. Been around a while.
And that all-in-one platform idea you mentioned, that's interesting. For a learner, having everything centralized, community, courses, resources, can be a huge plus. It avoids that feeling of juggling, 5 different websites just to learn one thing.
Definitely less overwhelming, potentially.
Potentially. Though you also wonder how easy it is to find everything in such a big platform. Does it feel cohesive or just vast?
That's a good point. Navigation is key. And speaking of what makes it distinct, the Academy's main slogan seems to be your price, your profit.
Ah, okay.
Which apparently ties directly into this concept they offer called master resale rights. Now, here's where it gets really interesting.
Right, MRR. That's a term that's been getting a lot of buzz lately.
It has. So for someone maybe not familiar, what does master resale rights actually mean in this context? What are the implications?
Well, essentially, master resale rights means you're not just buying the course to learn from it. You're also buying the license, the right to resell that entire course yourself to other people.
So you become a seller of the course itself.
Exactly. It's not just like being an affiliate where you get a commission. You are selling the product, often with flexibility to set your own price, maybe within certain limits they set. It means you can generate revenue directly from the program content. But, and this is important, it also means you're taking on the role of a business owner for those sales.
Right. Marketing it, handling customer questions about it.
All of that. It's a business model in itself, really.
Okay, that clarifies things. So that's the overview. Let's peel back another layer and look at the curriculum. What really jumps out from the source material is the claim that it teaches more than just digital marketing. It talks about offering over 400 plus additional income streams. That number is, well, it's huge.
400 plus. Yeah, that's a very large number. What kind of streams are we talking about?
Well, the examples given aren't just about selling digital products online. They mention things like health, staffing, and agencies. So more traditional service businesses too, it seems.
Okay, so it's really broad then. Health, staffing, alongside the digital stuff. If we connect that to the bigger picture, this kind of scope, the 400 plus streams, it suggests a really wide-angle view of entrepreneurship. It could appeal to a lot of different interests, sure, but you do have to wonder, how deep can it realistically go into each one?
That's the question, isn't it? Breadth versus depth. The sources do detail how it's structured, though. There are apparently 30-plus core business courses.
Okay, 30 core courses. That's more manageable.
Yeah, and these are housed in what they call the classroom area, which is actually on Teachable, another common course platform, and they're self-paced.
Teachable, right. So maybe the school community is for the overall membership and community, and Teachable hosts the actual course videos or materials.
Seems likely. And for new members, they've apparently got it structured quite clearly. There's a Start Here module. You get marketing materials as PDFs.
PDFs, okay.
Pre-written product descriptions to help you promote the academy, if you use the resale rights, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an RBA Royal Business Academy tutorial, like a walkthrough.
That structure sounds helpful. Having that clear start here path and some ready-made materials, especially with something so potentially vast, that can definitely reduce the initial overwhelm. It suggests they've thought about the onboarding process for the learner.
Yeah, seems designed to get you going quickly. Okay, let's dive into some more specifics then. Tools, foundations, flexibility. For the practical side of setting up online, like an online store, you mentioned video tutorials
Videos, good.
for platforms like StanStore, Beacons, Linktree,
Hmm,
and also Shopify. So a mix of the newer link in bio type stores and a full e-commerce platform like Shopify.
that makes sense, covering different levels of technical setup.
And then there are these specific modules like Mindset, which you see a lot,
Standard fare and business coaching.
and Business Foundation. Now, interestingly, the source says the Business Foundation module is primarily in reading format, PDFs again.
Okay. So the core foundational stuff is mostly text-based. That definitely raises a point about learning styles, doesn't it? If you prefer reading and digesting detailed info at your own pace, PDFs are great. But if you learn best through video or interactive elements, especially for something foundational, well, you'd want to know that up front. It might suit a very self-motivated learner who likes to read.
Exactly. It caters to a certain learning preference. But the topics covered beyond that are really diverse. Listen to this list: business automation, customer service support, business credits, personal credits, government contracting, business startup.
Wow, okay. Government contracting, business credit. That's getting into some quite specific and potentially complex areas.
It really is. There's also a business branding module that does include a video, the source notes.
Good to know there's some video mixed in.
And another big piece seems to be these 300-plus private label rights products. PLR, they call them. Done for you products.
Ah, PLR, so pre-made content you can rebrand.
That's the idea. Things like ebooks, templates, articles that you can legally edit, put your name on, and sell as your own.
Okay, so that adds another layer of product you can potentially sell, separate from the main academy itself. Adds flexibility.
Right. And there's mention of a marketing suite with resources for different social platforms, and also that they recently added a sales mastery chapter.
So it seems like it's being updated, which is always a good sign. Content isn't just static.
Yeah, suggesting ongoing development. Now, let's circle back to those diverse income pathways they talk about. The source elaborates on methods like, okay, get this, SC Amazon, which is described as 10 ways to make money from Amazon programs.
10 ways from Amazon alone. That could cover anything from FBA, Merch by Amazon, Kindle Publishing, Associates Program. A lot potentially falls under the Amazon umbrella.
Exactly. The source doesn't specify which 10, but then it also lists affiliate marketing, branding, life insurance.
Life insurance. Okay, that's quite traditional compared to, say, content creation.
Right. And content creation is on the list too, along with staffing agencies, tax sales, and business funding.
It really is a broad spectrum. You've got very service-oriented businesses like staffing or insurance, alongside online models like affiliate marketing and content creation, and even things like tax sales. That breadth, it's impressive in one sense, offers lots of potential avenues. But for a learner, especially someone new, the challenge might be figuring out where on earth to focus, right?
Absolutely. Analysis paralysis could be a real risk with so many options.
You'd need a strong sense of direction, I think.
The source material also mentions a couple of other programs like trucking and logistic and crypto investing.
Oh, okay. Even more areas.
Yeah, but these are noted as being available as additional purchases. They're optional, not part of the core package.
Got it. So upsells for more specialized topics. That's pretty standard, too.
And this all seems to tie back to the core idea of flexibility. The ability, as the source puts it, to bundle up programs or courses separately, or even to split it or bundle up with your existing programs as well. Tailoring it, basically.
So you could potentially take pieces of this and combine them with other things you're already doing or selling.
That seems to be the implication. Adapting it to your needs or your audience needs, as the source says. That sounds like a high degree of customization.
It does. A lot of freedom, potentially, for the entrepreneur using it.
So after all that, what does this all mean? Let's try to sum it up. Our deep dive into the Royal Business Academy, based on the info we have, shows us this all-in-one platform from Jay Thomas, who's clearly been in this space for a while.
Established presence.
The core slogan is, your price, your profit, which links directly to those master resale rights, giving you that unusual flexibility to resell the whole course.
Which is a major selling point and a business model in itself.
And it aims to teach way more than just digital marketing. That huge number, 400 plus additional income streams, covering everything from staffing to Amazon.
A really wide net.
Plus, you've got the 30 plus core business courses on Teachable, the 300 plus PLR products you can rebrand and sell,
Right.
and this significant emphasis on flexibility, bundling, splitting, adapting it to your situation.
Yeah, putting it all together, this deep dive really paints a picture of a program built around, I'd say, extensive customization and very broad applicability. It seems designed to potentially fit a lot of different entrepreneurial paths, offering a massive menu of options, but it also seems to rely heavily on you, the learner, being self-directed, able to navigate that breadth, and leverage the content, especially the MRR and PLR effectively.